When I came to William & Mary 2 years ago, I came here for two reasons. One was to learn, and the other was to swim. And I really didn't think the whole experience would be that much different from my high school career. Wake up before the crack of dawn for practice, go to class, and in the evening, go back to practice and swim again. I didn't expect the experience to be anything out of the ordinary. I really didn't expect it to change me that much. But in just the 2 years that I've been here, I've gone camping up in the Blue Ridge Mountains for geological research. I've gone behind the scenes at the Smithsonian Museum of Natural History to look at their private fossil collections. I've had the honor of being part of the first ever tribe men's swimming team to win a conference title in over 89 years of competition. And last year, thanks to my donors, who have already done so much for me, I was introduced to a Nobel Prize-winning climatologist, and I sat down with him for 3 hours discussing my own research in climatology and climate change in the world today. And then, if we go all the way back to the spring of freshman year, on a class field trip to a fossil deposit not too far from here, I uncovered a 7-million-year-old whale skeleton buried in the side of a cliff. But all these experiences put together cannot compare to what happened last summer. When I was accepted to William & Mary, I was notified that I had been awarded the James Monroe Scholarship Award. It's a $3,000 research grant that's awarded based upon academic merit, and it's for an independent research project. I knew I wanted to work in paleontology because that's where the bulk of my research takes place, but I wasn't certain with the specifics. And I remember very vividly the conversation I had with my advisor. We were driving up to Delaware to collect fossils for my project, and as she's driving, she says to me, "So what are you thinking about doing with your Monroe money?" And I said, I think I'll stay at William & Mary over the summer, use the money to fund my research. And as she's driving, she turns to me and looks me dead in the eye and says, "You are an idiot." This is an opportunity. You've always wanted to go to Australia. I know 7 different paleontologists who work in Australia. Let's get you over there this summer. And I was terrified. I had never been outside the country before, more or less traveling by myself and alone. But there I was the very next May, stepping foot on a flight across the Pacific to Sydney to live and do research for a month. And honestly, I had no idea what I was getting myself into. I didn't know if I was gonna make it the whole month. But it ended up being the most amazing month of my life. And I can honestly tell you all that the Joshua Zimmt, who stepped foot on that flight in May, was not the same Joshua Zimmt who came back a month later. I was more confident, more sure of myself. In the time that I was in Sydney, I went diving in the Sydney Harbor for fossils. And I almost drowned because I didn't realize it was 50 feet deep, and halfway up I let all my air, but I'm still here today, so that's fine. I went around Sydney with my friends and went to zoos and galleries, museums. I was there for Sydney's yearly light show spectacular, Vivid, where even the Opera House becomes a canvas for artists. I went to a performance of Aboriginal dance at the Sydney Opera House. I met with people from 30 different countries around the world. I know because I kept a list. People from Iran, China, Colombia, Kenya, Zimbabwe. It seriously was the most phenomenal experience of my life. And what's so amazing to me is that all the experiences I've listed have happened in the last 2 years, which means I still have 2 more years here at William & Mary. And I know in that time, I have Olympic trials coming up this summer, and I know I have a research paper to publish. But there's so much left in store for me. Because where else in the country can you win a conference title, discover a whale, and then publish a research paper all before you leave college? And I wanted to take this moment to thank all of you, because it is people like you who make it possible for students like me to have these sorts of experiences at William & Mary. So thank you.